Okay, g'day guys again. I put this display, well, I put 2 screws in it. I put it all back together. I glued it up. So yeah, it's just got a couple of screws holding it together. And I've got the new display in it. The customer on this one has plastic on his screen, still there. And I think he's got some plastic on here as well. Feels like it. So it's got some scuffing on this plastic, but it's his plastic. I'm not going to pull it off. It did have a other plastic cover on there, and what happens, those plastic covers, they scuff on here. They just scuff, and eventually it makes marks. But that's just the I could peel that plastic film off and it'll look beautiful, but I can't do that because it's not my detector anyway. I'm just going to power it up. There's no coil or anything on it. Just plug the head unit in like so, and it'll give you an idea of how this screen looks. I don't know how good it's going to look. As soon as I say that, come on, I have to hold it on longer. 1, 2, 3. Please turn on. Oh, dear me. Oh, I must have been not pushing the button in properly or something. Anyway, this is the screen. Sometimes I have to look back at the video. Sometimes I push this button here instead of the power button. I've done that many a time. Anyway, that's the high intensity, high brightness screen. I have no idea where the settings are on this detector, so I'm not going to fiddle with it because it's the customer's own settings. But you can probably see that. Look, I've got straight to the lights up there. I don't know if you can see properly, but it's a very crisp, bright looking display. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But like I say, coil error. please connect the coil. It would help, wouldn't it? But yeah, it's definitely be a lot better if I'm so tempted to peel it off, but I'm not going to. Yeah, because the thing is, if you peel it off, you get air bubbles under it, and you try and put it back on, and it'll look horrible. So that's that. I was going to actually. It's pretty stupid, isn't it, when you think about it, that I'm going to get another one, and I'm not going to go and, well, I could get another one and adjust it, but sometimes I don't like resetting stuff and fiddling because people have their detectors set up in a particular way for all the functionality, and they don't want me getting in there and fiddling everything. I've got another down here. Hang on a second. I can just do this as a quick one. Hang on. Okay, I've got one here. This is factory. Yeah, I can see right now that this one hasn't got any plastic on it. It's been peeled off, and there's no plastic covering this either compared to that one. If you have a look, I'll try and hold them the same in the light. Yeah, this one here's got rub marks all over it as well. You can see that. See I don't know if you can, but I can see it. Yeah, it's had a cover on this one, and it's given it the thing. So anyway, even though this thing's shut down, what I'll do, I'll see if I can. The slightest movement's going to change everything, but I'll try and do this as quick as I can. How about we just do this? I'll turn this back on. It's going to tell me the coil's not connected. So there we go. That's better. Push the right button or hold it in properly would help. So I'll zoom in a little bit on this in case it may help a bit. I don't know. So you get a lot of reflection there, but okay, that's the screen. Have a look at that. That's the these screens also have a higher refresh rate and higher luminosity than the original screens. So there's that. We'll kill it. I'll wait for it to shut down just in case, and I'll undo this one. So that's the brand new screen in that. Okay, and I'll get this one here. I'll screw him in. I don't know if you'll be able to tell much difference on the camera. Out in the sun makes a big difference. It's really good. So I'll hold that down. Yeah. To me, it looks darker, but it could be the settings. I don't know. I'm just doing it. It is as it is. Okay. So eventually it's gonna, like, yeah, that's heaps duller. And it's not as crisp. Can you tell? It's not as crisp. I'll tell you that right now. I'll leave it there for a bit. You can have a good look, and I'll swap it over again. I'll just power that down. Even though that one's got the cover on it, the plastic, and it's all scuffed up really badly. Well, actually, has that got plastic on it too? I don't know. It may have, but this one's popped out of the corner. But this one, yeah, they're both pretty scuffed up. So I don't know. If I want to do a proper test, I go out in the sunlight. Okay, here we go. This one, fire him up. And wait for it to show itself. That's brighter. That's got more brightness in the purples. I can tell that straight off. I should get some of the gunk off the screen as best I can. There. And that's still got, you can still see scuffs from this plastic stuff on it. But that, to me, is clearer. You can do frame stop, go back, go forth, and all the rest of it, and compare. But if you ask my opinion, that's got better depth of color, and yeah, there we go, call error. Okay, so there you go. It's one detector modified, one display fixed. I've been in here all day doing upgrades and modifications for people everywhere, and yeah, and it's still 30 something degrees. I want to get out of here. So yeah, I've done a series of these. This is the third video I've done, just basically at 7 o'clock in the evening now, and we'll put my fat arm in the way. Everything's fat, isn't it, because it's so close to the camera. But anyway, there you go. It's one display and two displays. I'm going to put this one back where it belongs because I don't want to muddle them up. That would be embarrassing. That's the one with all the screws that goes with that detector. And yeah, all good. So, you know, flip it over. I'll put all the screws in. I could have shown you all inside it, but it's just a reversal of the disassembly. I don't really think it is that important. You might think so, but I've done heaps of these, so I don't think so. But the other thing too, when I was saying about using a drill, like so, I'll zoom out, make sure we zoomed out a bit, is make sure you have one of these clickety ratchet things, and when you put your screws in, hold it all, make sure it's straight, and that zip noise is so you don't over tighten. It's much better doing this than giving yourself RSI, which is repetitive strain injury from screwing lots and lots of screws in. It actually gets to you after a while if you keep screwing things in with a screwdriver. All these screws, there's so many of them. Even on the back of the detector on these, there's heaps of them. Even on a normal GPX, there's 12 screws to get it apart. Yeah. Okay. And there's always one screw missing. Just rolled under there. There we go. Okay, we're there, and we put two small ones back in the front. Don't rotate the display off the bench onto the floor. Make sure you hold it. Oops. Okay. So it's all nice and tight. Go around here. Make sure it's all put together properly, like so. And that is the display done, a new display. A good measure too is when you get onto these, like while you got it apart, there's dirt. You can see dirt in there, and that, clean the dirt out of it if you can, best you can. And just as a measure, a preservative measure, you could get something like silicone spray. I don't mean like go nuts with it, but get a rag. This is my silicone designated rag. Spray some silicone spray and just grab the cable and just clean the cable with some silicone, because when you put it back together, it goes back together nicely. And clean up the little springy coily bit here and around the plug. Clean it up, makes it feel better, gets the dirt off it. But I've got the internals there. I might actually go and give them a proper wash and just go around the threads on these, clean them all up. Bit of silicone on these won't hurt. Make it all go together better, easier to undo. So yeah, that's the cable done. I'll see if I can just do the base of the thing here for a bit of. Probably doesn't come off. It's on very, very hard. There you go. Eventually, give it all a bit of a polish up. There you go. It looks better. As best as I can get it anyway, without ripping all the plastic off and redoing it. But that looks all right. Obviously, he has a cover on this because you can see the cover scuff marks. Same as on the other one too. It has scuff marks. But yeah, with these detectors, they fill up with dirt everywhere. Dirt in here. You can clean it all out. Clean the threads around on these. You can be really pedantic on it, but a bit of something even like WD-40. Put on a rag, don't spray it. Just wipe the threads down, clean them up, get the grit out of them. Makes for a better unit. Yeah, so that's that. So that's video number 3 for the afternoon. And if you want to do your display, if you want the high intensity displays and you're brave enough to do it yourself, they're on our website, DetectorMods.com. They should be on there. I hope they're on there. And you can get a new display. Just be careful how you get the black plastic off and all those little clips and leads and things. And if you don't feel brave enough to do it, I can do it. I've done a lot of them, but I'll talk to someone and see if we can get some of those backing plates made up with a 3D printer. I'm pretty sure we can, and might even change the design of it a little bit, and we could put, instead of having it with that horrible glue and stuff, come up with another clip arrangement that we can use that, and we'll put in a backing